All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning back into Psych Word. You are now on the couch with Rob Girard, and on the line right now from Atmosphere, I have Slug. Slug, how you doing, man?
What's up? How you doing? What's up, Connecticut? How you feeling?
Pretty good, man. We're happy to have you on the show, man. Whenever a big act comes to Toad's Place, we interview them, and people are always asking, when you guys going to interview Slug? And I said, man, next time they come around, we got to get you on, so we're happy to have you here.
Wow, does that mean that we are legitimately a big act now?
Well, I mean, you could probably tell us better than I could tell you. That underground following you have is definitely fierce. It's that mainstream that seems to kind of been eluding you, man. And how do you feel about that? Are you kind of happy that the mainstream hasn't fully embraced you?
We've been eluding it.
Really? And for
cool,
what?
Man. I appreciate being able to pick out my own groceries. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I co-own the record label that puts out my music. And so in that regard, I don't have to sell 1 million records to pay my mortgage. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of I get the best of, from different parts of this.
You've played Toad's Place a number of times, man, and your catalog is huge between albums and mixtapes and projects. What do you really contribute to your success? What do you contribute your success to? Like, why you guys and why not the other million labels that are out there? Why is it that you guys have had so much success, you think?
I don't know, man. We're just fortunate, If I had an answer for that, I would probably try to write a book about it and tell other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really can't tell you why. I think that might be a question better posed for the people who have made us successful. I would suggest you ask people who are into what we do why. You know what I mean? Because I've been trying to figure it out. And honestly, I don't know, man. Maybe we're just lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess timing played a big role in it. We entered this world in the 90s when you could still start a label and you could still, put music out yourself and sell vinyl and things of that nature. Things are different now. I don't know if it would even work the same if we were just starting out now,
Now, how do you manage your Atmosphere product along with running a label? That's a lot of work, man, because you guys have some serious acts.
Well, to be fair, I don't have to do a whole lot of running on the label. You know what I'm saying? Like, I basically am more of a resource contributor than an actual decision maker. I prefer to stay away from numbers and making decisions, based on numbers and thinking about this, that, and the third. I'd rather play the role of, friendly artist type, maybe a little bit of A&R on the side, and just a silent contributor to the label,
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Makes sense. Now, each project you guys have put out, because, you've put out, the group projects, and you've put out different label projects and all your solo work. Which project, looking back, are you most proud of?
Oh, wow. I don't know, man. I don't know if I have an answer for that. That'd be like trying to ask me which one of my children are my favorite. It's like, I love all of them for different reasons, I guess it's hard not to be mostly focused on the latest project because I haven't really had the chance to become sick of those songs yet, But as far as like the older stuff, I don't really have a favorite, man. Most of them haunt me just as equally as the rest of them. Technically, that's what bonds us all together as humanity, is the fact that we all feel pain and that we all feel each other's pain. We feel empathy and sympathy. We feel compassion. And so I'm not a big fan of paying attention to dollars or paying attention to amounts or paying attention to math. I'm more interested in food.
So are you trying to say you don't even know how many records you've sold?
Nah, people have told me numbers, but I don't remember I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage, yeah, let me know. Hey, you see that coming. But otherwise, you know, I don't need a measuring stick for this stuff. You know, my relationship with music is not based on rulers. It's not based on measurements. My relationship with it is based on you know, it's based on feeling. It's based on my interaction with people, my interaction with the music, and just my interaction with myself.
Damn. And you know what?
I mean, I don't mean for that to sound heady or deep, because it's not to me. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And so I don't think it's I think most artists feel the way I feel about it. They just might not realize it yet. You know, because a lot of times people do get caught up in trying to figure out how to sell another record because people are dependent on that. You know, I'm fortunate to whereas I've reached a place where I'm not necessarily dependent on selling another record. I am just dependent on making another record. I am actually more addicted to making music than I am addicted to the byproduct of me making music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? It's amazing, man, because you know, we have a couple of 40-year-old white guys, right? I mean, that's really what you and Ant are, right? And you guys are making probably some of the best hip-hop that's out there, and you have been for 10, 15 years. You know, I mean,
you know, that's all subjective. That's all opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask Ian, he might not agree with that statement. He might, you know, he might put other artists before us. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, you know, it's all subjective. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's the best. It doesn't matter who's staying true. It doesn't matter who's sold out. None of that stuff matters, man. All that matters is you and your relationship to the art that you love. And all that matters is you and how you create and build your identity based on the art that you consume. And so if you're using us to do that, great. If you're using Kanye to do that, great. If you use the Rolling Stones to do that, great. If you use Open Mike Eagles to do that, great. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I don't care who you like. I don't care what you listen to, as long as you have some music that gets you through those struggles. You know, as long as you have something there for you, so that you're not another guy that shows up at the workplace and shoots everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that you're not another person that loses it and takes it out on the rest of us. That's what this music is for. To me, you know what I'm saying? This music is for escape. This music is to get you through. This music is to remind you that you can have a good time even if you're broke. This music is to remind you that you can have a good time even if you're broken. You know, and so to me, I'm fortunate that I've outgrown the days where I used to compare and who's more lyrical and who's selling more records and who's keeping it real and who's not. I've outgrown all that, man. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you listen to. As long as it's helping you, as long as it's getting you through, then we're good, you know?
Definitely, man. All right, so before I let you go, we have a couple questions that we took from fans on Twitter. The first question is from Neil, and he says, which person from history that is dead right now, non-musical, would you want to kick it with?
Who would I want to... Well, probably Malcolm X.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I would like... because I would like to listen to him and chop it up with him and talk about basically, you know, maybe get some insight on what he sees, what he saw, and apply it to where we're at today to see if, you know, I don't know, to see if he even feels like we made any of the progress that he died for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Malcolm X post-visit to Mecca, after his pilgrimage to Mecca, that Malcolm X, that's the one that I'd like to chop it up with.
Okay. All right, now we have a question from Megan. She says, are you happy where you're at in life?
I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know that happiness is actually something that's attainable. I believe that happiness is it's the end and you're on a path towards it, hopefully, that you can spend the majority of your life heading toward that end. But I don't know if it's something that was ever actually supposed to be obtained. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the path is more important than the actual destination.
Absolutely. All right, now, one last question. Now, what's your 5-year plan, musically? Or life-wise?
Oh, man. I don't got 5-year plans, man. I've never been good at that. I got a 1-week plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, my plan is for the next week to stay healthy, don't get sick, don't catch no cold, and rap my ass off. You know what I'm saying? I got shows all week, and I'm looking at that. It's, you know, I'm gonna take a trip to Mexico in December. I guess I'm looking forward to that. But truth be told, man, like 5 years, man, I don't even know, man. Like I can't even look at next year. I've never been good at that.
Nice, man, nice. Well, thank you very much, Slug from Atmosphere. Thank you very much for stopping by Psych Word, man. It was a pleasure having you on.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, and
love Connecticut. Shout out to all my Connecticut people.
All right. All right, thank you, man.